Now we're going to define the assemblies that are given in the in-class example. So the first thing I'm going to do is move this over here to the left side of my screen. And then I'm going to open up the drawings for the in-class example. So this is the in-class example. And if I scroll to page 2, you're going to see floor assemblies, roof assemblies, wall assemblies, and attic wall assemblies. Okay, so I'm going to leave this over on the right side here. Let's start with the wall. If you can't read this that well on your screen, remember you have this PDF as the in-class example. So let's define wall 1 first. So I'm just going to get ready here and go wall 1, and I know I'm going to save this to ID 1. The description of wall 1 is over here. All the components, 1/2-inch gypsum wallboard, 2x6 framing, etc., etc., etc. Now I know what they're probably not going to give me, which they almost never give me in these uh, lists of assemblies here, is the air film. So I'm going to go inside air film and outside air film. That'll let me fit all the other components in the middle here. Inside walls is 0.68. Outside air is 0.17. That's air outside of any surface, wall, ceiling, or floor. I have got 1/2-inch gypsum wallboard, which I know, if I look over here, 0.45 R value. Next, I have 2x6 framing, 16-inch on center, R6 per inch spray foam, full depth. So let's use Search Tool 2 to define this. We've got wall selected, that's good. I'm going to leave it as softwood because I don't know what the wood is actually made of. They're not telling me that it's SPF. I'm going to choose 2x6 framing at 16-inch on center. And I'm going to choose spray foam R6 per inch and click fill cavity depth. If I know the thermal resistance, I can type it in here if I know the R value and the thickness, but they just give me the R value per depth. So I'm going to do it this way. So 19.20, this is our framing and insulation, which is component 3, if you remember, and click save. So now we've got this framing and insulation right here and the R value here. And we can move on to the next component, which is 1/2-inch plywood. This is our sheathing, which I can find up here, 0.63. Next up, sheathing material and paper. I ignore components like this, anything that's paper or like vapor barrier, poly, right? These things have essentially 0 R value, so I don't include them. You can include them if you want to, but it won't change the numbers. Continuous insulation, type 2 beadboard. So let's go search for that. I'm going to choose insulation. If I keep scrolling down, you can see it says type 2. So that is our type 2 beadboard, and I have 2 inches of it, which gives us an R value of 7.99. Let's send this up to component 5. There we go. Next up, we've got our cladding. So let's search for cladding. And it says cedar softwood drop 18 by 184. So softwood drop 18 by 184. And I'm going to save that to component number 6. This is the R value of wall 1, and I'm going to click save. I'm going to save the wall ID only because if you remember, we have the header ID saved from method 1 because we were given the effective thermal resistance of the floor header. So we have just defined our wall.